Back with another Savage stream. Thanks everybody for tuning in and liking my videos, sharing my videos, commenting on my videos, and subscribing to my channel. Much appreciated. You guys are awesome. Thanks so much. You all rock. I don't care what Crypto Mikkel says about you. In this video, we are going to talk about the 3080 Ti leaked information, or what's the most recent leaked information, and look at how we think it's going to perform on Ethereum. And the reason I'm not doing, I said last night I was going to do more Ravencoin content. I can't do Ravencoin every night. It's just not fair. So, so I figured I would, slide this in there and talk about the 3080 Ti a little bit. And hopefully it'll be a super fast stream, but you guys know how I am. I always seem to make it last for 30 minutes for some reason. So, all right, but the 3080 Ti is looking like it's going to be at first it was looking like it was going to be a April release this month, and it might still be, but some of the more recent articles are talking about maybe in May. So April, May, we don't know the actual release date. You guys know what they did with the 3060 Ti. They basically just launched it quietly in December. I would imagine that the reason that they're doing that is because of supply issues. I would only assume that they're just not hyping it up because they know that people aren't going to be able to get them. So then, you'll have a rig built by the end of the week. 8 GPU, 8 3080 Ti rig by the end of the week, most likely. So, yeah, some of us don't have that luxury of having those ends. I've been playing the, me and Crypto Mikkel have been playing the Newegg Shuffle for like a week straight now. And I mean, and even more before that, but I've been pretty consistent this week and last week, and still nothing. I get that really crappy email, you were not selected, whatever, yeah, it sucks. All right, so anyway, it's looking like it might be April, late April or May release. This was kind of like scrapped twice before. Remember, I think it was supposed to come out in February originally, and then possibly even, it was maybe January, February. I know there was a couple of different dates there. So this is, oh wow, my background music. I forgot to turn it down, sorry about that. So this is one of those things that it has been pushed back a couple of times. So we're not sure if it is going to be released in, April or May timeframe. There's no telling. It started with 20 gigabyte. The original leaks were 20 gigabytes of GDDR6X. In the original, that was the original rumors. But the most recent articles are in leaks. There's a few people on Twitter that leak information. They probably work pretty closely with NVIDIA somehow, or they know someone on the inside, and they do leak pretty accurate information. And it looks like it's going to have the 12 gigabytes of GDDR6, and that'll kind of put it perfectly between the RTX 3090 and the RTX 3080 as far as like cost and performance. So it's actually probably a pretty good move for them to do that, decrease the price a little bit, not give it 20 gigs, not give it 24, like the 3090. So it should cost probably around $999. If we were to take a total guess, we would say it's probably around $1,000 USD. That's compared to $1,499 for the 3090, and I think $699 for the 3080. But those are definitely just the MSRP. The suggested, everybody knows that you're not going to get one of those GPUs brand new in the box these days for those prices. They have pretty much doubled. I mean, most of them are about double the MSRP. So pretty crazy, not quite double, but pretty crazy prices out there right now. It looks like it's going to use the GA102-250KD A1 GPU, and I think that has changed over the different leaks as well. It's got 10,240 CUDA cores, are most likely. Now this is all leaked information, none of this is confirmed by NVIDIA or anything, but it's looking like it's going to have 10,240 CUDA cores compared to the 10,946 CUDA cores of the 3090. and the 8704, the 8704, the 3080. So a lot more than the very close to the 3090 as far as the CUDA cores go. That'll help in some mining algorithms, but not necessarily Ethereum. And then it's got 80 stream processors. I believe that the 3090 has 82, so it's super close to the 3090 in that regard as well. Like I said before, it's got 12 gigabyte, probably going to have 12 gigabyte of GDDR6. And that puts it at, well, it's going to have a bus, a clock speed of 19 gigabits per second. The 3090 has 19.5 gigabits per second. And with the size of the memory being 12 gig like the 3060, it looks like it's going to have a 384-bit bus, which puts it at 912 gigabytes per second. And if you plug all that into a formula, you can pretty much get spot on with what the performance is going to be on Ethereum, and I'll show you that in just a minute. But the TGP, the total graphics power, looks like it's going to be the same as the 3090. I think it's 320. Actually, I thought the 3090 was up there even higher than that, but it looks like the TGP might be 3020. So this GPU, like on the gaming side and all that, it kind of competes with the RX 6900 XT, but it's actually a little lower in price, which is kind of cool. Now, what I'm not seeing in any of the articles or the leaks is any type of reassurance on supply. So again, this is a leak covering a GPU that for the most part people are not going to be able to get. So but we might as well cover it because eventually, hopefully, things will level out at some point and we will be able to get these GPUs. So it's nice to know what they can do, whenever we are able to actually get them. All right, so here goes my spreadsheet here. Got a lot of GPUs on here that we've played around with over a period of time here. But the most important information is things that a lot of people kind of overlook. But if you're just a gamer and you're just pulling a GPU and you want to mine with it whenever you're not gaming, this sheet doesn't really help you a whole lot. I mean, it gives you an idea, but it's not really not really so much that you have to worry about. These numbers will affect larger, scaled up operations. 1 or 2 full rigs. 8 GPUs or 6 GPUs, stuff like that starts really getting important to figure out what your mega hash per watt is, what your TDP is, and the actual efficiency, the mega hash per watts, and things like that. That becomes really important the higher you scale up. 1 rig or a couple of GPUs or 3 GPUs or 4, probably not that big of a deal, but you start building rigs and scaling up, then definitely this comes into play. So I have a lot of information on here. It is probably a little bit overwhelming as far as the numbers go. So what I would like to do, let's go ahead. I'm going to hide. I'm going to hide all the way down through here. I'm going to leave the 3090 up there, and then we'll go with the 3080 Ti, which I've already plugged in some of the numbers. So it'll look like this. So then we're just kind of comparing the 3090 and the 3080 Ti. So there, now it makes a little bit more sense. A little bit easier to look at. All right. So we are saying the retail or the MSRP for the 3090 is $1,500, which it's not. We know that's more than that. And $1,000 for the 3080 Ti's, speculative. And let's go over here to the actual hardware. So it's like I was saying earlier, it looks like it's going to be 12 gigabytes, GDDR6X, 384-bit bus, which you can compare these to right above it with the 3090. I guess I could have left the 3080 on here too as a comparison, but I don't know about the slot size or how many. I want to say that what is it? Asus, I think that they have actually 3 8-pins. I could be wrong, but it seems like whatever the leak was, that I remember seeing, I think I remember seeing 3 8-pins. I could be totally out to lunch there, but I think that that's what I saw. So don't, just ignore this information right here. I don't know if that's accurate or not. And actually, none of this could be accurate because this is just a leak information anyway. GPU model is right there. The board model is right there. It is Ampere architecture, 8 nanometer. So here goes the CUDA cores, looking like it's really close to the 3090, which is awesome. Tensor cores, I pulled 544 from somewhere. I don't know where I got that from. Ray tracing cores, 68 to 82, and then super close to the 3090 with streaming processors. TMUs 272 to compared to 328. ROPS, that's probably wrong for the 3090. I don't know. 96. Core clock, I don't know if that might not be accurate. I don't know if this could be, some of this could be from a 3080 because I did copy and paste this. Not sure about because I think that all this stuff right here is not determined yet, but the leak is saying 19 gigabits per second. Not sure about the T-flops or any of that. So given all this information and doing the calculations, it looks like this GPU is going to get about 114 mega hash on Ethereum. That's what we're looking at. And we know that I think the 3090 can get like 120, right? At a pretty good mega hash per watt and all that, pretty efficient. So, with a little bit of, this is stock, okay? So with a little bit of overclocking, I mean, you might be looking at 117, 118 maybe, somewhere around in there as a pretty efficient amount. You can look over here. I got 280 as the actual mining wattage on the 3090. So I pulled that from somewhere, or I saw it, someone mentioned it in a video or article or something. So yeah, I think that it's 350. I don't know why in the article I just read, it said that the TDP was the same with the 3090, but I think the 3090 is higher. So anyway, the actual mega hash per watt, if you take this down, if let's just say that you could get, let's see, 280 here. So let's say you could get it down to like 260. Let's say 270. Then you'll see the numbers change. So wow, okay, so if you get to 270, you're going to be right on par with the 3090 as far as your mega hash per watt, which is pretty good. 0.4 is pretty good. Anything more than that is really solid. Like the Phoenix miner from Lindsay and all that thing is like 0.6 or something like that, 0.55 or something, is way up there. So that's pretty good. If you could get 270, if you could get 260, I mean, you're going to flip the 3090 and be a little bit more efficient, right? If you can get it down to 260 watts. So that's pretty good. Let's see here. Mega hash per, this is at 100% TDP. 70% TDP would be 224. Yeah, so see, these, you're not able to get them down like really low in the voltage and still mine efficiently. It's like it still takes a lot of power. Like you can't, I don't know if you can get down into the, I could be wrong though. I don't have one of these GPUs, so I can't tell you. Like the 3090, I don't know for sure. But if you could get to 245, I don't even know if you can or not, and have it not be crashing. But even if you could, this is 70%, this is 60%. I know with the 3060 Ti and possibly the 3060, you can get really low down there in the 60 or 70% TDP, I believe. So, the lower your TDP, the lower percentage that you can set your TDP, the better your mega hash per watt is going to be. And you can see all that, how that works out right here. But even at the highest numbers, I mean, still 0.4 is not bad, So I don't know, let's see, I don't know where that data is coming from there. I think that I just plugged this data in from like what to mine or something. So this is way off. Because this was a long time ago, and definitely not a $600 resale value there either. Anyway, yeah, once we find out more information, we'll be able to plug, more accurate information in here. So that is the end of the guess. So my my guess is 114. I don't know what it's going to do. I'm seeing some of the leaks are saying that it's going to be nerfed like the 3060. I don't know how that's going to work with the driver. If we use the driver and the 16 the by 16 slots with the extenders that have all the wires, right? All the 16 or all the, you know what I'm saying? It's not the little 1X, but the 16X, that riser. If they have that and the, was it 470 driver, that dev driver that leaked, then how's that? I mean, is that going to work with this GPU? Who knows? You know, at this point, don't know. But it was sounding like they were going to implement the same thing that they did with the 3060 on this GPU with the driver talking to the VRAM, and basically it'll mine successfully at the highest hash rates for a few minutes, and then it'll drop down like 50%. Once the GPU, once it determines that it is mining, right? So it's like got calculations in there that knows like, okay, I'm mining ETH. That's what the GPU's little brain is saying, like, okay, I'm mining Ethereum right now, so whack, you know, and it just whacks it in half, basically cuts it in 50%. So that is pretty crazy. Don't know if that's going to apply to the 3080 Ti. Who knows? But, you know, I figured I would talk about another GPU that I won't be able to get. So, all right. I don't see anybody really. Yeah, I fixed the audio. Sorry about that. Yeah, I had forgot to turn my background music off. It looks like I might be dropping a few frames too. I don't know how that is going. It could have been maybe because of the audio initially. Maybe, I don't know. I've got good connection and everything. I don't know why it's dropping. Looks like it dropped a few frames. I don't know. Anyway, all right, guys. I don't want to make this any longer. I think that I want to say that is DCA Adventure live here? Are they going live? Did they just go live? I don't know. I think that they might be. DCA Adventure might be going live. No, they're not. They came over here. Okay, so they got done on their end and came over this way. All right. What's up, guys? Thanks for coming over from DCA Adventure. Yeah, sorry about that audio earlier. I do not look at the chat because I'll get totally distracted, although I should look and make sure that the audio... I normally ask, like, hey, is the audio and video good, you know? And then for some reason this time I didn't. And it was the one time that I left the background music up all the way. So... all right, guys, I'm going to get out of here. But before I go, don't forget about the AION poker tournament that is coming up on this Saturday, April 10th at 3 o'clock Eastern Time, 2 p.m. Central, 1 p.m. Mountain, 12 p.m. Pacific. Those are your times. And let me drop this in the chat over there. It's also in the description as well. So, yeah, this is this Saturday. There are, I mean, top 30 are paid. It's just for fun. It's for free. It is, but it's a significant prize pool, okay? Look at the prize pool. It's 20,000 AION, so do the math. If AION is worth, I know I'm not supposed to talk about the value, but I always do. So if AION is worth man, they got the really old logo on there. If it's 42 right now, why do I not have? Let me go to the gecko. All right, so 42, basically 43 cents. All right, so if it's 20,000, that is $8,550 worth of AION, guys. That's crazy, right? That's pretty crazy. And it's for a free tournament. And it's one of those tournaments, because it's poker, anyone can win. It is realistically like that. Anyone can win. I mean, you probably need to know a little bit about poker, but you could get lucky and win the whole thing, you know, without even playing really well, I guess. But it could happen. Anyone can win. That's the saying, right? So, and not only that, but there's like tons of different ways of winning. Okay, so not only is the prize pool huge, because look at these payouts here, all the way through 30th place. Okay, that's insane. Then on top of that, you got bounties. So the bounties you get that's not even mentioning the dogelord.com merch. I mean, look, $300 added to that, so that's, you know, almost $9 grand right now worth of prizes for first place. You know, and this is 4,500 for third. I mean, come on, guys. 4,000 for fourth. Maybe, I don't know. I'm gonna try to do the math in my head, but you get the point, right? I mean, you're winning thousands just by coming in 10th. All right, how much is 2,000 Aeon? I mean, that's almost 1,000. So $855 if you come in 10th place. Now that's crazy. That is crazy. Absolutely insane. So on top of all that, they got the large gray hoodies in here as well. But on top of all that, you have the bounties. The bounties are 500. That's like $200, I think, somewhere around in there. And so what this means is, if you are playing against one of these players, I'm in here as well. Serpent X, Red Panda Mining, you know, all the Aeon community, you know, people who do videos and that kind of thing for Aeon, plus a couple of actually insiders of Aeon and supporters, you know, like Dan the Dane. So this is so you get 500 if you're in a hand with one of these players and you knock them out. Okay, so you take all their chips, right? Then you win 500 Aeon for that. And if you take out Yashnik, you get 1,000. All right, so that's like $500 or $450. This is you know, 200 or so, right? And just for taking these players out. So you could, even if you don't, like, let's say that you took out all these players. Not gonna happen, most likely, but if you did, then you could win, what is that? Oh, he's also 1,000. Wow, I didn't notice that. Eagle Putt 67 is also 1,000. Interesting. So that's 2,000, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's 8,000 right there. Several $1,000s, right? So it's really, this is like, you know, I can't stress enough how important this is, because it is free. It is Aeon community. It's awesome. You know, you get to hang out and play poker with some of your favorite folks, you know, and do something different besides listening to me drone on and on about poker tournaments and 3080 Ti's and stuff. All right, let's see. Oh, wow. Mining Pirate, crazy. Motherboard was broken and power supply burned. H110 Pro, BTC Plus, HP Watt. Wow. Was it, let me ask you this, Mining Pirate, was it overworked, the 1200 watt PSU, and were you on 120 or 240? And what was the LED display showing most of the time? And was the HP server PSU really super loud? Because if that thing is screaming, it's actually working too hard and you need to take some power off of it. I learned that the hard way as well. Yeah, I don't have the RX 5700 up. I mean, it's running and it works. I just don't have a video on it yet. I actually have it over here on Simple Mining. I'm only getting 52 megahash per second. Let's see if anybody else is tagging me here. What's up, Red Panda? Yeah, Brandon Coin, he doesn't go live. I don't think he does any live streams at night anymore. I think he just does posted videos. I don't know for sure, but I haven't seen him do a live stream after me. Used to, like it was me at 9:30, him at 10. You know, that was the way it used to work. Those were the good old days. All right, yeah, I'm gonna get out of here. I tried to keep it short, and I still didn't work. But I was talking about some other things besides the 3080. So it is what it is. All right, guys, I'm gonna get out of here. I will see you guys tomorrow night. Tomorrow is Wednesday. Hopefully, I will have all the Ravencoin restricted assets and security token offering thing, all that data consolidated and put into like some type of a presentation so that we can talk about it intelligently. All right, guys, I'm gonna get out of here. I will see you tomorrow night. If you thought this was entertaining or helpful or useful or whatever, be sure to like, share, subscribe, all that cool stuff. You guys know what to do. I will see you tomorrow night. Stay savage, everybody.